The story of Ram. It's one of those epics we all feel like we know, right? The exile, the golden deer, the big battle with
We
Rabon.
think we do. But what's so fascinating is that there isn't just one Ramayana. There's a whole universe of them.
And today, that's what we're doing. We're taking a deep dive into one of the most unique versions I've ever come across, the Karbi Folk Ramayan, which is called Sabin Alun.
It's beautiful. And our guide, our source for this, is a stunning series of 9 paintings by an artist from Assam, India, named Leonard Bey.
Right. So our mission today is to use his art as a map to uncover how this oral tradition completely transforms the story we thought we knew.
And Bey's work is so important because it's the first complete visual telling of this story. It was passed down orally for generations, but he's the one who put it on canvas.
So let's talk about the artist for a second. Leonard Bey is this really interesting figure. He's a highly trained academic artist.
Oh, absolutely. He graduated from Kalabhavana at Visvaparati University, which is a huge deal in India. He also has a diploma in oil painting, international awards from Spain.
But he's also deeply connected to his community's roots.
That's the key. He's working as an art teacher, but he took on this massive project, 9 large acrylic paintings, to preserve this oral history.
And the title he chose, Sabin Alun, or Songs of Sabin, that's our first clue that things are different here.
It is. Sabin is Rabon's sister. Rabon's sister. In most versions, she's a minor character who just kicks things off.
But here, the entire epic is named for her. That's a huge shift.
It immediately tells you this story is about something else. It's not just cosmic destiny. It's maybe more about family, honor, and revenge.
Okay, so let's get into the paintings themselves. The story's foundations, right from the birth of the heroes, are just completely different.
Completely. Let's start with Ram, or Rambini, as he's called here. His father was childless for 12 years.
So he goes to the supreme god, Song-Sarpo, and gets a divine object. Sometimes it's a flute, a pongsi, or this golden stick.
Right. And instead of the famous fire ritual, this divine object is thrown at a mango or an orange tree.
And Ram is born when his mother eats the fruit from that tree.
It's so earthy, so grounded in nature.
But the detail in that first painting that just stopped me in my tracks was Rabon. They're Ravan.
Oh, yes. When Ram is born, Rabon Popodi is so shocked that his turban falls off. Because in this version, he has 12 heads.
12, not 10.
Not 10, 12. I mean, just think about that. They've made the ultimate villain 20% more villainous.
Yeah.
The stakes are immediately higher.
Wow. It's
Yeah.
just more, the threat is bigger from the very beginning.
Exactly.
So what about Sinta Kungripi, their Sita? Her origin in the second painting is just as unique.
It's beautiful. She wasn't found in a furrow. She was born from a peahen egg, a Varampi ati.
A peahen.
Yes. Found by an orphan, kept in a big storage basket for 3 days and nights, and then she emerges.
And the way she's described is so different. Not just a princess. The source calls her a very strong belle.
Very strong. And her daily work included cooking, weaving, and this is the crucial part, clearing the forest.
Clearing the forest. That sounds like hard labor.
It is. It connects her directly to the Karbi way of life, to Jum cultivation. That's a type of shifting agriculture. Sinta is a worker. She's a pioneer.
And it's while she's doing that work that she finds the divine bow and arrow, right?
Yes. The super heavy, rusted iron bow that no one else can lift. She finds it while she's out there, contributing to her family's survival.
It just grounds the whole story in this agricultural reality. Their heroes are farmers.
Which leads us perfectly into the marriage. So naturally, the test to marry her is to lift and break that bow she found.
Ram succeeds. But then there's this amazing cultural detail in the fourth painting, the custom of pisokiman.
Yes, pisokiman. After the marriage, Ram doesn't just take his new bride home. He stays at Sinta's house.
Just to do what?
To help with the Jum cultivation.
To work the farm.
Wait, the hero of the epic literally stays on as a farmhand for his in-laws.
It's incredible, isn't it? It shows you what the community values. Heroism isn't just about winning a contest. It's about contributing. It's about work.
And this reframing continues into the exile. It's not 14 years, it's 12. A 12-year exile.
And the purpose isn't just to fulfill some vow. The source says it was to kill demons and to continue practicing germ cultivation in the forest.
So the exile is basically reframed as a working mission. It's not a punishment. It's their job for the next 12 years.
Unbelievable. This brings us back to Sabin, the namesake of the whole series, painting 5.
Right. So Sabin, Rabon's sister, disguises herself and proposes to Lokan. And her sales pitch is fascinating.
What does she say?
She basically argues she's a better potential wife than Sinta because she can do all the important household work, cooking, weaving, and again, clearing the forest.
So she's trying to beat Sinta at her own cultural game.
Exactly. It's a direct challenge based on her value as a Karbi woman.
Lolkon sees through it, chops off her nose,
Mm.
and well, that's what makes the 12-headed Rabon so angry.
And that leads to the abduction. Rabon disguises himself as a saint, Sinta innocently crosses the protective line Lolkon drew to give him alms, and he snatches her.
In a chariot made from the wood of this divine alum tree.
A piece of which can fly anywhere. It's their version of the Pushpaka Vimana, but again, rooted in a specific, named, magical tree.
Okay, let's jump to the climax. Halamat, their Hanuman, in Painting 7. His strategy is brilliant.
It really is. So first, he shrinks down to a housefly to find Sinta. Very classic. But then he uses a second disguise.
He becomes an old woman.
He becomes an old woman. Why?
Yeah.
To trick Rabon into revealing the secret of where his soul is hidden.
That's incredible. It's like a spy mission. He's gathering critical intelligence before he burns Lanka.
It's pure tactical genius.
Yeah.
And that intelligence leads directly to the final battle in the 8th painting. Ram kills the 12-headed Rabon, but the target it's not what you'd expect.
Not the heart, not the head.
The arrow is aimed at Rabon's umbilical cord. That's where his soul was hidden.
The umbilical cord, wow, tying his death back to his birth.
It's so symbolic. And the aftermath it's not just a brutal victory, it's almost a ritual.
Right. Rabon is shown pardoning Ram, putting a hand on his chest and promising to be good in his next life.
And Ram accepts it. He even takes one of Rabon's arrows to sort of absorb all that evil strength.
Yeah.
Rabon gets his wish to be cremated at his palace. It's restorative.
In the end, Painting 9 brings it all back home. Ram and Sinta are reunited, but they don't go back to a palace.
No, they stay in the forest with their sons, Loso and Kiho, living as a common family.
And they keep farming.
They keep practicing Jum cultivation. That's their happily ever after, work in the land and making sure the world is safe.
Let's step back for a minute and talk about the art itself. Because Bey weaves Karbi spirituality right into the paintings.
He does. It's amazing. If you look closely at the hills and the paintings, you'll see these white diagonal and vertical strokes.
Yeah, what are those?
That's meant to be the pounded rice powder the Karbi use in their rituals. They spray it at the Arnhem Adavan, the home of the supreme god. So he's literally painting a prayer into the landscape.
So the very texture of the art is a spiritual act.
And the structure is too. The fact that there are 9 paintings isn't random. In a Karbi animist puja, the Sakike thing, they beat coins 9 times to worship the 9 planets. So the series itself is a ritual offering.
Which the artist clearly felt. I read that after he finished, Bey performed a special puja himself, the Hemfu Avor Kamatha.
To ask for blessings and forgiveness for any mistakes, he felt the sacred weight of what he was doing.
Which leads to my favorite detail from the whole story, the mystery marks.
It's the best part. Bey said he kept finding these strange marks on the lids of his paint colors after he'd finished for the day.
And his theory was?
His theory was that it was Holamat, Hanuman, coming to visit the paintings at night to see his beloved god Ram being depicted.
That's just, that gives me chills. The idea that the art becomes a sacred site that the gods themselves come to visit.
It perfectly captures the spirit of this whole project. Bey's art is this incredible bridge. He took a fragile oral tradition, the Sabin Alun, and preserved all its unique parts. The 12-headed Rabon, the farming heroes, the peahen egg for all of us.
What this deep dive really shows is that these big sacred stories are never set in stone. They breathe, they adapt to the land and the lives of the people who tell them. The Karbi Ramayan is a story about the divinity of clearing a forest and raising a family.
And that leaves us with a final thought for you to take away. If the artist himself believes a deity is visiting his studio and leaving marks on his paint, what does that tell us about art and faith? What happens when a modern series of paintings becomes a sacred place in its own right? Think about what a version of a story you love might look like if it was retold to reflect your own daily life.